Hey guys, what's going on? It is Roth and Joshua here to talk about the mid-season finale of The Flash.
The man in the yellow suit.
Yes, and finally they've been building to this, and they're still building.
Yes.
They've been building to the reveal of the Reverse Flash. So first off, before we dig into like who it may or may not be, I know we think that there has been a reveal at the end of the episode. We're not so sure. What did you think of the episode?
Oh my gosh, that was a great episode. Holy crap. The Reverse Flash terrified me. Just the glowing red eyes and the way he was constantly like moving, and he was so powerful. He was faster than Flash, so no one could stop him. The voice, and the way he was like getting people's faces and stuff. And
bigger than poor little Barry.
Yes.
I know, right? Like he had a little more girth on him.
He was like a very terrifying presence, and really upped the villain game of the show. All the other villains seem like nothing compared to this guy.
Yeah, and I think you need that too, because you've been building up to it for so long. He's obviously had this huge impact. It was emotional too, this episode, I want to say. Obviously he's had left this huge hole in his life. He killed his mom.
Yeah.
I thought that the scenes between his two dads, his real dad and his surrogate dad, were so beautiful, and both of them giving him, I was really tearing up a bit, giving him that advice to please, don't let him take anything more.
Yeah.
Don't let him take your light from us. You know, don't let him take your life from you. I know, it was sad. But let's talk about, okay, enough with the emotion. Let's talk about who maybe it is.
Well, obviously at the end of the episode, you guys saw it, Harrison Wells goes, he takes out the awesome little flash ring, which is really cool, and he plugs it into the wall, then he plugs it into the little mannequin thing he had, and the yellow suit appears, and then he says, "Merry Christmas," in the Reverse Flash voice, the vibrating voice.
So either he can vibrate his vocal cords like Barry, meaning he definitely is, or at least he has that ability, right? The speedy ability, or
it's like a voice box, like Stephen Amell's using, or sorry, Oliver Queen is using an Arrow.
They're selling out of those. Whoever makes those voice boxes is selling out of those.
So obviously they're inferring, what they want us to think is that Harrison Wells is Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
And that's the name that we've given him. They never called him that, even though they had that cool line of, "Some say I'm the reverse." So we're calling him Reverse Flash because that we know him to be in the comics. But
talk about his I'm sorry.
Well, Harrison Wells is a new character. He's not from the comics, so he could really be anybody. In the comics, Eobard Thawne is the Reverse Flash guy in the future. We have Eddie Thawne, Iris's boyfriend, in the show. So people are thinking it's either an older him, or maybe it's his ancestor.
Yeah.
There's a lot of reasons to think it's Eddie, because right now he's a good guy and he's hanging out with Barry, training him and stuff, teaching him how to fight. But he's dating Iris. He loves Iris, and he has an anti-Flash squad that he's starting. You could see him building this hatred for the Flash.
He has an enmity with the Flash already, because he can tell that Iris is so fascinated by him and so attracted to him. I think that future Eddie is a good possibility, and it's kind of a cool one too, because if we get attracted enough, meaning invested enough with Eddie as a good guy, then it'll be harder and harder to watch his sort of downfall into evil. However, how does that explain where Wells is coming from?
That's so crazy. I don't know. There's so many twists.
Do you want to hear my
idea?
Okay,
give it to me.
so he has this ability to at least discern things that are going to happen in the future, right? I have this sense, whether it's him or he's somehow creating Reverse Flash or controlling or knows about him at all, how could he fight himself? Well, if he can travel in the future, which he can, seemingly, since he was able to go back and kill his mom and then go back and see Barry, Reverse Flash, then it could be Wells from the future coming back and beating his own ass. Pardon my French.
In order to sort of take blame off of him, take suspicion off of him.
But this is my theory, right? I think even if it is Wells, that everything that he has done, including the accident, that everything he has done is to create a hero out of Barry.
Yeah, he thinks he's doing a good thing, even though he's doing many evil things.
Yeah, that to him, the ends justify the means, and that even though it's crazy and really horrible, even if he killed Barry's mom, even if he made that accident happen, even think about what the Reverse Flash's appearance is going to motivate him to do: get faster, be better, be stronger. I think everything that he is doing is in service, if he's doing this, is in service of creating a hero.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my one theory.
No, I think that you hit on a lot of things that are probably really true. We saw that newspaper in the pilot episode of, a crisis is happening and the Flash has disappeared. I think they need the Flash to avert this crisis. In the comics, we know Crisis on Infinite Earths and stuff, like all these crisis events, usually a big, universe-spanning threat is something that pops up that only the Flash can help deal with. So I think that he's thinking we need the Flash to stop whatever this thing is. But also, and this is sort of a subplot, but they said that, there were two speedsters in the room, and we could kind of see that there was more than, there was a red Flash and a yellow Flash in that room, but now Cisco's, said there were two people. So who is that other blur? Was it the Flash? Was it Barry going back in time, trying to stop the Yellow Flash from killing his mother, realized he maybe couldn't, and then saved himself? That's why he wound up like a mile away.
Yeah, and I mean, that is an interesting question because we had always seen the two, and I'd always been like, why isn't he realizing that he's there too when he thinks about the memory, when he says it's a red and yellow, knowing that he's red, I assume that it was him there trying to save his mom. However, I will say that this is my other really crazy theory. Okay. Now, and I don't think...
You have another one.
I do.
Okay.
And I don't think this one is necessarily true because traditionally on these shows, they don't break entirely from sort of the trajectory of the comics. They change things a little bit, they twist them up, but they don't entirely break. But if they did, what if Reverse Flash was literally the outward manifestation of either Barry's dark side or the exact opposite of what he's meant to be and do?
What? Crazy talk.
I know. How does that happen? I don't know how metahumans happen.
Yeah, that's a good point. No, and that actually goes in line with another theory that I've heard, that Reverse Flash is future Barry himself, going back in time to manipulate events for whatever reason. Maybe went down a dark path, and he's trying to go back and save himself and send him on a new path. But now there's two Flashes, blah, blah, blah.
Which probably makes, if it was to be some version of Barry, that makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
But mine's cool.
Anything could happen. I just keep thinking of that scene of when Harrison Wells, because the Flash ring in the comics, the suit comes out of it. It goes like, and he quickly puts it on. So I feel like he was wearing the suit. I feel like that's the message that we got there. So he was wearing the suit, and also he put that tachyon thing.
Yeah.
That's what that was, right? That device that he had stolen. And put it on. It looked like he was charging up the suit, as if maybe he does not have Flash powers,
but the suit does.
The suit does, which is a whole other, how does this work? Kind of going down a different rabbit hole of theory. But that's another possibility that maybe he knows about the Flash and he knows about even the Reverse Flash. And he's going back in time to sort of build it from the beginning and make it all happen. It's
funny because I think that a lot of viewers will be like, wow, that was a big reveal. And we don't immediately think so because it's like, this is the big bad, of at least this season. I don't think they're giving it up that quickly. And I don't think they're revealing what Wells is about that quickly either because that's been another mystery. So I would assume that this is some kind of misdirection or red herring and that more will be revealed.
Yes.
So maybe one of our crazy theories.
I cannot wait to see what happens. Just wait till I get to my theory on why Harrison Wells is going to be Gorilla Grodd. That's for next time.
That's for next time on The Flash with Joshua and Roth. Great episode. We really enjoyed the mid-season finale. Looking forward to what comes next. Want to know what you guys think. So leave your comments below. Do you agree or disagree with any of our Banana Pants theories? And for all things Flash, keep it locked right here to IGN.